and yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center, and yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
C'est la World Cup. On peut le voir directement de Fortnite, regarde. Toi, tu cliques là-dessus, t'attends un peu. Tu vas bien, Tony? Bah ça va, écoute, tranquillement. Un week-end. Ça, tout le week-end, là, je vais faire un live. Et faut que je mette en description ma chaîne Twitch parce que je vais aller souvent aussi sur ma chaîne Twitch maintenant pour changer un peu. Et je vais faire des lives sur Fortnite, mais aussi pour la World Cup pour qu'on regarde nos francophones.
Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only push this forward. All of those are advantages you can get.
Là, c'est que les modes créatifs.
And there's so many different layers. And I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here
sur
and at
quoi,
home,
sur Twitch?
there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2, and then you kind of flop game 3, depending on where they went. Their average might have really been anchored down.
C'est pour ça, si je peux faire un peu plus sur Twitch, je vais pas m'en empêcher, quoi.
I don't want to say penalty because they're all getting $10,000 for the match of itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results, and your set 1 winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is throwing it up, and I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
Vas-y, hein, si ça peut faire un peu de pub, ça peut marcher. Vas-y, hein, je t'en prie. Hein.
But it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then boom, you get it. But now the silver llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win both of them. But such a great job from the Funky Fighters, sticking to their guns, staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2 place finishes, one of them being a win.
I actually love this right here. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 1 or 2 of those, and this entire creative finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tomoya beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get into the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners, and then they turn around and do that?
I was just showdown? Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So for him to take what might be one of our, you know, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standing, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team standing. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that silver llama. Rounding it out, you have Raven's Revenge in the top 3, Cuddle Crew and Little Whip
Là
Warriors,
déjà en
both
première
at 55,
position, il y a un Français
sitting in
dedans.
4th and 5th.
Couteau.
Fish Fam, Sunshine Soldiers.
C'est un francophone, il joue avec Ads de
Vitality. Are the chicken champions, but this is set 1 of 4.
C'est un multi-contenu, il y a de tout comme jeu.
To be going on. I mean, it's
C'est
been
une chaîne
so
multi.
good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never before
Il y a un peu de tout, il y a du GTA, il y a du jeu de rallye, Fortnite, Black Ops 4, après il y a d'autres Battle Royale.
Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves, so when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under the guard tower. So it's actually really difficult, and like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, slash
Ok, pas de soucis, à tout à l'heure,
This is
Tony.
a pretty tough game mode. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. This new game builds off the fun of Prop Hunt with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective? To defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to rush for the hills, or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also respawn at their home base and need to start the trek all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and gnomes, and enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Tournaments of dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here as, I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects, and that's just gonna be the name of it. Who can score the most here?
Who can score and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who is watching the right angles? And it's going to be interesting to see. Do they switch up their strategy after from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 Silver Llama. Who will get the second? We now are in to set 2, match 1, and right away you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Taldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there. You can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shotters will.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop them. You want to force stop them. You want to also kind of memorize the map in the lanes.
And right away you can see as soon as the blinds go down, people go, but the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. And the Blood's team, the Llama Record Co, also able to get a 10-pointer and then a 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's Scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still.
Ooh.
Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip through other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like Scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air, but great run coming out from X-Sandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Bensor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get in. Alex JJ for another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, you know, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little tiny springs. They launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, you know, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, you know, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain 2 of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can like use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to know, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time, not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster and a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% of the point value.
That's right. So Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achin and Zond over here, smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah.
Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want to find a path for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, block rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whatever you had that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely completely stopping, so it will send you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right? When you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary, but notice he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that. So it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points, so don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow other people to score, and you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round. Right? Because then it's all about how good are your pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens, very well done for them, picking up an elim there. But right now, Kadoku already wresting the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
Yeah, and that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking lead. And the Chicken Champions can't earn anything either.
I love that from Clitex. Right away, hides himself behind the box, and you see his hands. He's like, please, please, make sure it's not there. And then, boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling out the strats here. The question is, can our competitors figure it out fast enough with their limited amount of games here? But 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lachlan gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're gonna rotate the guards up again.
Yes, so we will have some new guards take their place. This is honestly Chicken Champions' opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap here. The Sunshine Soldiers are now at the bottom layer of the guard tower, and the Fish Fam are at the top. So it is time to kind of mix it up.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now.
Doing great.
They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the Silver Llama. Yep. As we talked about, they are so incredibly close, doing everything they can to push towards the top. And you can see they got a lot of elims, too, in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. 0.
Tomoya is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue out in the open. He's going to be hunting for me. And that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there. And that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here. And that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's is unlimited ammunition. You can't run out. If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot. Yeah. What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through.
C'est pas mal les modes qu'ils ont mis quand même. C'est cool.
And again, every match is for $55,000
On a pu voir, il y a 2
You
Franco.
want that, and that will lead into the Llamas as well. You
Gotaga
don't want to
et
end up in
Couteau.
that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors
Voilà,
as we see
Gotaga.
a whole mess
Tomber dans le
of
trou.
air conditioners going in, the water heaters in. It was fantastic for Raven's Revenge, and Llama Record Co. are
Mais c'est
also
dommage, ils
climbing
vendent
their
pas
way
sur
up the leaderboard.
Couteau
110 points
français.
so
Ben là,
far.
on vient voir
Great
Couteau
job for the
mourir.
Llama Record Company. Alex JJ, Carnifex, Venos, and Hand of Blood. This team is doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top somehow, overtaking the Cuddle crew. Which, by the way, Lachlan's team has been showing up here. It's good to see them, catch a little bit of domination here.
Un petit pro punt.
Junkyard Juke.
Well, like we said, the creative finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have
Gotha,
the
on le
world record
voit.
there. We saw Sky's Showdown, which shows off building
sort
the
bien.
team tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together, and hitting your shots.
GG à lui.
Yeah, absolutely.
Voilà, il
Because
manque
when you're
toujours
in
d'autres
that guard
personnes.
tower,
Il
you don't have
montre
opportunity to
jamais
miss.
Gotha ou
You
quoi.
let them score, they're gonna break free and
Montrez
break
un peu les
away with the
francophones,
lead.
bordel.
There's a look at Svenos here, who's that bullseye, just kind of blending right in.
The archery target, there's a lot of them out there, but you need to be careful because they're slightly harder. And come on.
Uh-oh.
Really?
He's floating up
Really?
there.
You can see kind of like the look on his face. He's like, there's no way this works. And one other thing to talk about is orientation of your prop. So you notice he actually swapped his camera and pointed in the other direction. Unfortunately, was clipping into the trash bag there. But if you're running forward, your prop faces backwards. So you need to run and then turn, settle yourself. That's the best way. Or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that'll earn a bullet in most circumstances.
I love how aggressive they were at the final moments. The clock was.
You gotta go.
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They're like, you know what? We gotta get in here. But that was round 3 of 4 for this first game right here. And you know, it's kind of going either which way. So if you've already had your shot at the guard tower, you're safe. You're good. You can keep getting points. But this is your last opportunity. If you're in a guard tower, that's all the points you got. That's it. They have to hold strong.
So this is where it really comes into mind who is running, who is in the tower, and what does the scoreboard look like. So right now we can see right away Llama Record Co. is up there.
Dernier game du Propent.
See who that other team was when we pan back over. We'll call that out. But Llama Record Co. is in first right now, and I think Cuddle Crew is with them as well. So
Dakota normalement est d'être aux côtés des tirs normalement.
The top 2 teams are in the
Jeu
guard tower.
inversé
So
là
right
pour la
now,
dernière.
everyone needs to
Ça fait
unseat
2
them.
games qu'il
Otherwise,
est
they
dedans.
will take
Qu'il est
this
dehors,
first
pardon.
match of set 2.
I'll be honest with you. It's a pretty big lead. That's a substantial lead. Whoever is left in the game, the Sunshine Soldiers, the Funky Fighters, the Chicken Champions, you got to bring these big items through and do it successfully with the limited time left in this round right here, because if not, it's going to be hard to catch up to that 150.
We're starting to see a little bit more consistency right there. And look at Svenos shooting. He's just shooting everything. He's not worried in terms of going through there. Does hit one elim, fires the shots off going through, trying to look at just anything that he thinks doesn't look normal. Anything that maybe not have been there before.
Like one of my favorite things, watching him just shoot the boxes like, what's that? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? He's just taking his shots. That's exactly what you got to do here if you want to hold this lead here. And that's why they're dominating. You can see the no hesitation really coming out of them, and that's why they have the lead right now. And it's great. It's great that they're hitting his shots. It's great that Svenos is holding it down.
But the Funky Fighters, we talked about it, eyes on them, already up to 120. One more 10-point prop will put them past. And unfortunately for Ninja there, does get hit on the springboard, but gets in anyway. So just a little bit of time loss. A great shot from Lachlan. My lord, I barely even saw that.
Ford Turtle from Australia hit a springboard, and Lachlan shut that down. His fellow Australian brother right there. Very nicely done. You don't want to hit those springboards, man.
And now you can see 125 from the Funky Fighters. They're doing everything they can to overtake. They want this match victory. They want to keep the momentum rolling. But the Cuddle Group is doing a great job of picking up targets and running their timeout, getting some both right as they get out of spawn and before they're about to score, which the waste of time is even that much more efficient, but unfortunately not finding anything there.
Yeah, Lachlan is really not timing his kind of rotations and reloads properly. Notice he's not also utilizing the shooting through the curtain factor there. He's kind of holding himself back. That's why you saw him with a couple elims right there. But you got to put that pressure down, lock down these lanes so that they don't just get.
Non, il faut que je le. Attends.
And again, we talked about it a little bit. I'm very surprised nobody is consistently running 2-point props. You can get them in close to every run if you pick the right path and you take the covered angles. It's very difficult to stop them, particularly with the smaller hitboxes. But so far, we've only seen 2 scored.
Yeah, and I like that. Cuddle Crew right there, 130 points. This is their time. Cuddle Crew still doing really good defense right here. Oh no, but you know, Cass's curse. I feel so bad. Chicken Champion comes up out of nowhere, takes that one right away.
Able to get him there, and now the Funky Fighters 5 points out. Anything going in will be enough, and the time ticks over. They didn't get it in there. Oh, did they get it in there? They might have got the 5 points right at the end, but no, wasn't enough. Llama Record Co. on the defense says lock it up. We good, brilliantly done from them, and that's what I'm talking about. When you're sitting there on defense, you know exactly how long you need to keep them out, exactly what you need to do in order to take the victory, and no surprise there, the guys who are all about that apocalypse game mode during the creative trials, able to take home the very first match ever on Junkyard Juke.
That was well played. Valiant effort for everyone that participated in that run right there. And it was a close one. 150 points to the contender having 145. just 1 point, one small radiator.
And this is what I'm talking about, where if you had one person who was running just 2-point props there and got their successful runs at the end, they would have it. That's 3 successful runs. That takes about a minute, and you could have collected it.
Bon, du coup, tant que c'est la pause.
Maybe some of these guys need a little help here. Let's redo this. What would you suggest here, Sundown?
I don't want to say suggest, but I had an
Ça,
opportunity to play
on va aller se faire une petite game. Il y a qui de connecté? Tupac plus Natouane, non, c'est que Tupac il a arrêté de jouer. Voilà. Ah ouais, tout à l'heure j'étais avec Tupac et on a fait un petit top 1. C'est bien sympathique. Oh, il est à 2. Bon, on va se le faire en solo. On va se faire ça, tiens. Je sais, mais j'ai pas les V-Bucks pour le prendre. Vous êtes bien gentil, je l'aurais bien pris. Ah ben merde, il est plus. Ah si, il est là. Mais il me manque 100 V-Bucks, je l'aurais bien pris, je dois de la World Cup, mais... Marshmallow, super. En vrai, ouais, avec celui-là de la World Cup encore qui serait pas mal. Merci poto, c'est super cool de ta part. On va aller à Tilted, on n'a pas peur nous. Ouais. Ouais si, on va aller à Tilted. De quoi? Au sniper? Bah laisse-moi trouver un sniper déjà et après le défi pourra s'activer. Mais... il faut que je dise ça pour trouver un sniper quoi, c'est ça? Ah non, ça va, j'ai eu peur. Un pompe correct s'il vous plaît. Jamais je le trouverai ce vrai pompe. Dans Tilted. On va encore fouiner. Mais... Bon, ils vont m'en donner un de vrai pompe là. Je vais pas rester avec un pompe autogris là. J'ai un sniper aussi à prendre. Voilà, putain. Ah ben regarde ce qu'il y a. Attends, je vais me caler là. T'as pas de chance toi Xé, moi quand j'ouvre un coffre j'ai toujours un sniper. Pas grave au pistolet alors. Un peu les choses Xé, je suis un peu sadique. Ah mais c'est bon, regarde j'ai trouvé un sniper, c'est bon frère. Ah le bâtard. Mais il a plus de dommage qu'il se prend pas sa balle de snipe. Hein. Mais je sais pas combien de kills j'ai fait par contre, mais j'en ai fait. Moi j'ai perdu le défi. Je devais faire 4 kills. Moi je remets un peu la World Cup.
Left, the chicken champions are sitting pretty.
Yes, that's right. If the Little Warriors don't score big right now with all big props, it's going to be all over in 3 seconds. And it's not going to be enough here because the chicken champions, they actually pushed the lead even further.
Did you see what happened at the last second?
They did score.
No. Raven's Revenge grabbed the 2-point prop, hard ran all the way through, got it in, right? And then that pushed them from 4th into 3rd. When we talk about every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the chicken champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They were able to tender defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend for the set 2 llama.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got
non, t'inquiète, après je rejoue. Hein. C'est que là je vais manger, donc j'en profite qu'il y ait la World Cup.
Still talking gameplay right now. Like they want to know what can we do more. That play you did right there was awesome, but they want the next one because there's 3 matches for each one of the sets, and a win there would put them in a fantastic spot to get the 2nd silver llama. You need that in order to be in contention, and if they're able to split it up away and deny it from the Funky Fighters, field's wide open.
Yes, it's not over yet. That's just another team who takes a victory here, making it that much closer.
Après on ira en solo
so
pour faire le défi.
And we saw the Ravens
on le refera le défi au sniper si j'en
need as
trouve
many
un.
points as possible. The bigger the placement, the better the prize as well.
À tout à l'heure.
All the way to the final moment.
And hey, hats off to whoever's call that was on Raven's Revenge. That was a brilliant decision showing exactly why you were able to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals, why you're playing on that stage. Those are the big plays, but again, brilliantly done from the Chicken Champions. Consistent runs, stuck to their statues, stuck to their routes, and took the corners. And now we're actually going to have a chance to talk to our Chicken Champions, the Match 2 champions. Zeke has them up there on the top floor. Zeke, what do you got for us?
What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out with the Chicken Champions, guys. That game was insane. Feathers were flying, and you guys clutched it up. Did you figure out the strategy? Because you guys were well and ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, we practiced yesterday, and everything is thanks to this guy. This guy always goes for the 10 points, always, and he always gets it. So thanks to you, man.
All right, then I'm coming to you, Mr. Carey. What was the strategy? How did you get the 10 points in there? Was it the same every time? Did you switch things up?
Yeah, go for the 10 points each time and do the same strategy, and it seems to work.
So in this intense game of red light, green light, were you like stopping early, or were you just like going as far as you could go and then waiting for someone to spot you and stopping, or what was your plan?
I'm taking it very patiently. Yeah.
All right, now over to you guys. What do you guys think of this game mode? Has it been everything you thought it's been?
Yeah, it's great. We had a game plan. We definitely did what we came to do, and that's what we expected. So.
Very well executed. You did not lay an egg. All right, final question for you. I want to give you the chance to tell the world, you know, all the fans something. What do you want to tell them?
Thanks for the support from Spain for the other world, and my team is it's good in this mode, and will we win the next match?
There you go. The excitement is real. Gentlemen, congratulations. Best of luck going forward. We're sending it back your way.
Brilliantly done there from the Chicken Champions. Thank you so much, Zeke. They're excited to be there. They stuck to the gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking forward to on this trip, he wanted to play in front of a big crowd. He got that moment, running through, securing that for the Chicken Champions. And immediately El Rubius turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know, that normally that wouldn't be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another prop to Kyoto as well. The only, or one of two controller players here, you know, in the creative finals, so very nice of him to kind of represent for those guys as well. And again, just showing that he's got the moves out there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now we've seen some developments from match 1 to match 2.
Yep.
What was the big thing that stuck out from you that was different?
And that last one, honestly, finally seeing someone pick up those 2-point props, right? Using those are points right there. But with that, we'll jump over to Bala. We'll take a fun look at some of the things that developed in our last few moments.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, the Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. We can roll the clip right now as all these players. The first thing I want to point out is there are these springboards. Unfortunately, Danyan gets picked out of the sky there. Not too happy about that. But moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue. Those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard. The recovery and just barely doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And then here we have Tomoya, no, sorry, we have, again, just an awesome run towards there, looking like a scene out of everybody, you know, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Tracius hitting some amazing shots through the black. And then he just continues shooting, just hoping that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second, but this is what he did, always timing it perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also go at the same time and make it into that incinerator. So we're gonna head and listen to what those communications were like from Tomoya and team. In this one, they made sure the countdown was perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I got 10. I got 10. We are both. We are both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Oh, they kill me. If they don't kill me, I score 10.
Don't
1, 2, 3,
okay, I got 5. I got 5.
I got 10. No, he killed me. Oh. We are strong team.
Yeah,
I scored 0 in the second round. That's the problem.
I scored 0 in the first one, so.
Like, we are all close points. There you go. The Funky Fighters, you know they won the first Silver Llama. We're going to see if they can win the next one. We got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go, and we'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama from this. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Bala, for that great breakdown. Listening in the comms, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I always just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now. But these guys all on comms talking, have one guy counted out. That guy's just like a metronome. Make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them. But will they be able to take back that top spot? We've seen them do it. If they can grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, they aren't seeing the same success they saw before.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you got to make a new strategy. I think that right there, there was a lot of information in that bit right there. You kind of noticed the team synergy, and he said something very important in his interview there. Talked about being patient. You really have to be patient. You can't let the frustration get to you. We saw Scissors very expressive on the cam. Just, it's hard to get the pointer, and that's what I talked about before this whole thing started. I said, trust me, this is a lot harder than you guys think. You might just, you know, oh yeah, I'll turn it to something and run it through. Nah, man, you're gonna get shut down
But I mean, it's just like, if you think about it, it's the mental aspect that really comes with it. If you're able to frustrate somebody else, then they're that much more off their game. And these guys are all great at that, coming through from some of the death run qualifiers. It makes it that much harder. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. And again, don't forget, there is a fantastic, awesome event-specific merch starting here right now today on the 26th. You can also get it on retailrow.com. Make sure you celebrate the event. Remember it, grab some from your friends, your brothers, your family, people who couldn't be here, and celebrate the first ever Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, you saw some of your favorite pros and competitors here rocking that new swag. Definitely loving it. All types of collaborations going on here. I love it when Fortnite releases new gear, you know? This kind of allows me to always spice it up.
I'm always a fan of anything Fortnite swag. That's pretty much like 98% of my wardrobe at this point. I mean, love the logos, love the bright colors, but enough from us. Match 3, set number 2, the final one on the original version of Junkyard Juke before we see the remix later on. Are you guys ready?
That's right.
And let's begin. The first round is underway. Match number 3, set number 2. Who will be able to incinerate the props the most? Who will push out to the lead? And can anybody upset the funky fighters who took that first lobby? You need to make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone's first place.
Yep, and you can see there, Taldeck did land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nicely done. Another kind of lane, right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Clytex, for example, here is using a bear. There are no bears in this section, but he says, you know what? It's all good. I can sneak this around.
So the big thing with the bear, though, that you don't really consider is the coloring of the background. You're in the junkyard. You're a little bit in one of those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of muddle browns and oranges around there. It makes it that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you're grabbing the snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman. I'm a snowman in the desert, and I'm going to score on you.
That's pretty hilarious because, you know, we haven't seen anyone pull out the weird objects in the back end for good reason. There are a couple other fun ones back there. If we get a pan around later, you'll probably notice a big old snowman or something like that. But with all this money on the line, there's no way anyone has time to play around like that.
You can't play around because every single one of those runs matters. And right now, we see Sunshine Soldiers swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props, so you need to be slightly more efficient on those runs, but good job getting on the board and consistently. And as we say that, 5-pointer goes in, boom, they're ahead of the Funky Fresh, who have had a singular 10-point run. So trying to get every possible point. It's all about min-maxing efficiency.
Honestly, the Little Warriors are doing a great job at defending here. They all have a ton of eliminations. Taldeck at 6, Taco at 5, Kaz and Ninja both tied at 7. That is pretty good. They're shutting down all of their lanes. These guys are not here to play. Remember, as you're a guard, you don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking this out the way, and they're doing a great job defending.
Keeping them out, making sure you find the right lane angles, and also sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. And Taldog, that was sick!
I was like, are you behind that? Yep, what's that? Didn't see that there before, didn't see that either. Taldog doing a good job so far, spotting things through the curtain. Let's see if he can find another here with a random shot. Oh, something landed. That's why you don't want to hit those spring traps there.
They make it so difficult when you're a larger object coming back down because it's just so much motion on the screen. When everything else is still, if you see that thing falling through, like, it's an easy shot. And particularly for all of these players up there. I mean, Gotaga and Crew, everyone on Raven's Revenge, him, Magma, RTA, and Chappie, all have been able to hit their shots. And then, I mean, Little Whip Warriors is a team of hit your shots.
That's right, and there it is. Last opportunities to make a point have just concluded, and that was the first round. There are 4 of these, so we're going to switch up the guards now. Little Whip Warriors get a chance at, you know, trying to earn some points, and as do the others. The next round will begin.
That dragon's so cool. That's so cool. Look at that. Yo,
almost looks real.
Yo, shout out to the observers. That shot right there, that's really cool. Big fan of it going out. And as you can see now, round 2 is underway. This is the final match on Junkyard Juke of set 2. And right off the bat, 2 archery targets and a water heater marching on out.
Yep, that archery target is worth 10 points, though. So if you can bring that all the way through, it's one of the, I guess, smaller, large point objects. Magma doesn't even care. He's impatient. He saw the blinds open up. He just kept going. Svenoff did pump the brakes, though, even right here. Notice he stops very early. He's just trying to blend in and get as many points as possible right here.
Ooh. Did get picked up. It might have been the book there. That's the one thing that you need to note that makes it very difficult about the bullseye or the archery target, is the fact that because it has those placed legs, you have to be deliberate about where you're setting down. Otherwise, you're right, like, boom, right there. That book would be a giveaway if somebody decided to look down and double check that box. But there's 6 other boxes around, so relatively safe. Good path chosen there from Tyler, and opts to stop and be, you know, a little bit of patient, and might have cost him there. I think he would have had it if he had just go full send, and I think he thinks so too.
Yo, it makes me laugh to see him scratch his head, his jaw drops like, oh, being so close and not making it through is so unfortunate. Taudak is going to find a little bit of success there as the Suezo, and you saw Alex J for a bit is very close to scoring as well. Here's Zan from the Fish Fam representing, hugging really close to that cactus. So long as he's not pushing through it, yeah, he is going to be able to sneak on out. He kind of hiccups there. He's going to go all the way. He doesn't care if the curtain comes down. He sneaks right underneath Tomoya and his team up top. Funky Fighters are at 35 points now in the guard tower. They can't earn anymore.
And that was a great run there by Zandy Knight. You see Svenos waiting for the blinds to go down, making sure he can find an angle, and then pushing in towards. Needs to be careful of that spring right there, but doesn't matter. Gets picked up anyway as he's like, hey, there wasn't a card there before. Alex JJ now looking to find a run. You can see Fish Fam and Llama Record Code currently hanging out at the top, but again, haven't had the chance to be up there, so can be expected. Alex JJ now 2 targets, both running out. Good stops at the same time, but particularly if you have 2 people taking the same path as the same item, it kind of has a little bit more of a benefit because you're like, yeah, those were both there, but mine. There's no way those are both props.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you see a bunch of the same things, they blend in a little more. It's when something's an oddball that you really start to shoot. So maybe it is a good idea to time it, right?
But there's split spawns, so you don't always consistently. There's different spawn points around the map that have the different exits as you go out, so you can coordinate with a teammate. Or what you can also do is sort of bait somebody else to do it, right? So you see somebody who's running an archery target, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to grab that too, and then you follow their path. And if they get picked up, oh, well, you look slightly more natural, particularly if you're that much more patient. And you can see Svenos is actually doing that right now with Carnifex, both of them going into the box. Svenos does hit the spring, is hanging out behind the car, and will get the score. That was a great run from him.
Yeah, he actually recognized where he was not looking down in the right direction, so he took advantage of that. Funky Fighter let his guard down for just a second there. He did manage to sneak on through, so that was the big point there in the final seconds as this round is now coming to a close there. Next round is going to begin. We're going to switch up the guards. Take another look.
And no dancing, just props and shots going out from the guards. Round 3 kicking off in the final match of set 2 at the Creative Finals. Who will be able to take that second silver llama? And right now, you see Bensor is going in for the 10-point prop right away. Kutu does get the Mimic, but then opts to go for a different route as players are starting to feel a little bit of the pressure here. You can tell they need to score points. It's the first time we're starting to see some gnomes out there and another teddy bear on the run.
That's right, Kantaka representing here. He's putting himself straight behind every object that he can. I love that they're using the smaller objects. It's so much easier to score with those. When you bring those big ones out, it really is hard. He actually put himself inside the truck. You see that? He's following Kuta so close here. Just got to use him as bait, really. As you get behind him, he's safe.
Yep, because they don't think they're going to fire twice in there. That's the benefit of it. But right away, you see Kaz, Taco, Chappie. Great little run there from the Little Whip Warriors. That's going to push them back into contention. There's 65 points currently, but a dumpster going in from Hand of Blood. There's another 10 points for Llama Record Co., pushing them up to 90. And they were the winners of that first match. So if they can hold on, they know they'll be the guards in the final round. They need to build up as much of a lead as possible here.
Carraro actually has 15 eliminations, so he had a super successful guard round. But the Chicken Champions need to get picked up here. They need these points. And there it is. He's doing a lot of work for his team, showing that, hey, I can push us up here too. Just gonna go ahead and take that 5-pointer, throw him right over the Fish Fam now, and they're in the top 3 running.
That was a great run from him. Corner peeked the entire time, made sure nobody was looking for him. Like, he was barely threatened, but right now, Spencer coming through. The Chicken Champions, can they overtake in the last minute? That's 10 more points. That is going to go through for them, and it starts pushing up. Llama Replicant needs to get in some runs. The Chicken Champions will not be on the defense with them for the last one, so they're pushing it through. Right now, it is the Sunshine Soldiers and the Fish Fam up there, so they're doing their best to delay everyone. X-Sandy gets picked off by Tyler, and now Carnifex is chilling in the back on that rusted out car. Hand of Blood just barely avoids the shot. Oh, saw the hitbox going through there. The Tracers finding a way through the window, but not enough as Traces gets
bon, si on regardait qui c'est qu'il y a.
Also going over, and we're seeing, I think, a little bit closer of a score here, minus the fact that the Chicken Champions haven't.
Bah voilà, il y a Zenku. Et bonjour monsieur.
Allô?
Allô, allô.
Ouais, je regarde la World Cup.
Ah, toi aussi?
Ouais, tu regardes la World Cup, toi?
Je regarde et je joue en même temps vu que je suis en live.
Ah ouais.
Ouais, c'est le plus intéressant, ça sera demain.
Pour, il y a quoi demain?
Bah demain, c'est les pro-M, je crois.
Ah bah Gotaga, là, il est un peu dernier. Hein.
Oui, il y est, mais après, il joue plus au jeu en ce moment, frère.
Ah bah.
Il tryhard à notre jeu, il joue pas, mais là, il fait que le mode créatif.
Ouais, il a gagné une manche, il m'a dit tout à l'heure.
Ouais.
Parce que moi, quand je travaillais, les gens, ils regardaient.
Ouais, mais ça a attaqué il y a pas longtemps.
Bah là, il est avant-dernier, là. Il a 70 points.
Oh, après, ça doit être galère, hein, quand même.
Franchement, là, ce qu'ils font, ouais,
viens jouer en même temps.
C'est un peu chaud.
Parce que tu peux le mettre en petit ou en grand après dans la game.
Ouais, je sais, mais je le mets pas si je fais un game.
Qu'on joue un petit peu en même temps. Ouais, ah ben, tu vois, dans 2 heures, c'est Fortnite, c'est les pro-AM. Apparemment,
ah, ouais.
c'est ce qu'ils disent. Ah, mais après, dans 2 heures, je regarde, moi.
Ouais.
Attends.
Ouais, tu m'étonnes.
Apparemment, il y a Dwagby aussi qui le fait.
Il y a combien de gens dessus, tu vois toujours pas? Et comment tu fais pour voir si tu as des gens ou pas?
De quoi? Ah,
bah, qui regarde ton live?
Bah là, je sais pas parce que ça me l'affiche pas sur le téléphone. Des fois oui, des fois non. Donc,
ah
je
bon?
sais pas.
C'est un peu aléatoire.
Voilà.
Eh ben les gars, s'il y a des gens, vous mettez un point sur les commentaires et on compte le nombre de points.
Non, après, il y en a plein qui doivent regarder la pro-M.
Ah ben
la World Cup.
Et t'as le retour sur ton téléphone du truc là?
Ouais, du chat, ouais.
Et t'as pas de points?
Non.
Oh.
Et bonjour. Il y en a qu'un qui vient de rejoindre, il est à côté de toi, ce non?
Ah. Ouais, mais au moins t'as un point.
C'est bien. Merci bien. Et un pouce bleu, s'il vous plaît.
Et abonné. Et donne-moi des sous.
Ouais.
Code créateur.
Non, je l'ai pas créé encore.
Ah, quelle idée.
Ouais, mais c'est... Je m'en fous un peu comme ça. Non, mais si tu veux, tu peux me faire cadeau du skin de la World Cup, si tu veux. Il me manque 100 V-Bucks, moi je peux pas me le prendre.
Il te manque 100 V-Bucks.
Ouais.
Et t'es plein de V-Bucks.
J'en ai que 700. Il vaut 800 le skin.
T'es plein de V-Bucks.
Attends, j'ai fait un gâteau, je fais aller tasser directement dessus.
J'ai pris une plaine mais j'ai pas pris les balles. Elles sont tombées à l'eau. C'est ballot. Youhou!
Yo.
Salut mec.
C'est un ado.
Ouais. Ouais, ça va, ça marche. Allez, bisounours. Ah, c'est ça. Ah, malheureux. Parfois avec la vie. Allez, tu as toi, le mec. Moi, je suis plutôt safe là où je sais pas où je suis. C'est cool. Mais...
Ouais.
Par contre, franchement, du coup, j'ai dû racheter des écouteurs là, à l'arrache là. J'ai l'impression d'être retourné aux cassettes. Frère.
Ah ouais.
Ah ouais. Le son, il est dégueulasse. Pourquoi tu m'as pris un pompe de cassette? J'ai le nouveau pompe vert. Hein. Ah bah c'est bon, là. Hop là. Mais qu'est-ce que je bois? Hop là. Tiens, je t'ai pris une Game Burlinger si tu veux. Je stack les kits, au fait.
Ouais, j'en ai la chaîne dans le magasin.
Ben voilà, comme ça m'en fera 3.
Ça, je sais plus. Par contre.
C'est le bordel chez toi, mec. Tu les entends pas, toi?
De quoi?
Rio de Janeiro, là.
Ah non, là, non.
Moi, je les entends comme s'ils étaient chez moi. Putain, mais il y a des gens sur toi. C'est quoi qui fait? Ils agressent.
Non, non, ils se barrent. Comme une salope.
Vas-y, il est parti à droite, là. Côté camion, non?
Il est parti là-bas, loin.
Ouais, camion qui fait des structures, là. Hop là, 1, 2, 3. Si tu as une AR, je suis preneur.
Il y en a plein de grises, normalement, qui traînent.
Ouais, mais de grises, mais
oui, bah, ouais,
de verte au moins.
Bah, j'ai une grise, moi aussi.
Ah bah j'ai... Moi là, je suis à peu près bien, quand même.
Moi, j'ai pompe AR et silex, et après, j'ai que du shield.
Non, moi j'ai AR grise, pompe bleue, sniper violet, un coup là. 2 de shield de 50 et 3 kits. Et sache-le. Si j'arrive à m'en mettre. Tout à l'heure au travail, l'autre elle a pas voulu. Je lui ai dit la carte elle a 10 €. Elle me dit, eh ben vous savez ce que vous faites de vos articles, vous les mettez dans le cul. Je suis resté calme. J'avais envie de la tuer. Ah, je pense que voilà, t'aurais été là, t'aurais rigolé quoi.
Oh oui.
Ah, je pense que tu te serais emboucané à ma place.
Je pense.
Je reste calme. Alors, on est calme. Je l'ai regardé et j'ai dit ah ben.
Ah ben moi je lui aurais mis dans la gueule, je dirais madame, les yeux, il faut les ouvrir un peu. Hein. Faire c'est marqué en gros que la carte c'est à 10 €, donc si tu sais pas lire, ben va t'acheter des yeux.
Ah non mais franchement, j'ai gardé mon calme, j'ai dit ah peut-être ouais, peut-être que je devrais parce qu'il y a des clients ils sont pas faciles ou un truc comme ça. Ça pourrait me faire du bien. Après il y a son mari qui est revenu, exaspéré. Allez ben, c'est quoi les courses que ma femme elle venue? J'ai dit heureusement que vous n'étiez pas là, hein. Je pense que je serai en prison là. Ah bon? Ah oui. Parce que je tape pas les femmes, mais alors les mecs, franchement, faire mon travail, j'encule le mec. Oui, non, c'est gens. Bon, t'as eu combien de points au total?
Hein?
T'as eu combien de points au total?
Sur quoi? Comment ça, combien de points?
Ben, combien de points t'as eu? Quand j'ai dit, ouais, si les mecs qui nous regardent, mettez un point.
Ben, y a que...
dans les commentaires.
Il n'y a que Jean qui a mis un truc.
Ouais.
Tu stockes quoi? Des petites potes, des grosses potes?
Les petites?
Les petites? Tiens.
Aïe, fumée dans l'œil. Ça n'a pas été fait ici. Il n'y a pas de coffre, il y a peut-être une boîte de mune, mais il n'y a pas de...
Non, il n'y a rien. C'est chaud, on a crevé personne, enfin un type qui a pris la fuite.
Un cagoline, bah ça tombe bien parce que mon loot il est pété quoi.
Bah ça aurait pu nous aider.
Ah oui.
T'as quand même un sniper. Hein.
Ouais mais bon. Faut savoir placer les balles le sniper. Non ça va. Hop là, il y a des gens.
Je peux pas voir de si loin.
Non mais il a... Ouf.
Je sais pas d'où ça
snipe. De là-bas. Hop là, ça a retapé. Ça y est, il y a des gens.
Oui, il est en haut du... du tuyau.
En haut du tuyau? Qu'est-ce qu'on raconte?
Il était là. Il était. Il s'est barré.
En dessus de moi là?
Oui, il était au-dessus.
Non, non, c'est pas lui qui m'a tiré dessus.
Ah bah moi oui.
Ça venait de là-bas. Ah, voilà. Alors celle-là, elle venait de là-bas. De là, derrière le rocher. Voilà, tu l'as vu. Mais arrêtez de me tirer des snipes. J'ai fait de la daube. Mais au moins j'ai pris des infos. Tu as fini? Boum! Sur moi!
Ouais, j'ai plus de vie.
Il y a des mecs partout là, hein. Ça, à droite, à gauche, sous le tube là. Viens, mets 3 murs là, et on est bon. Mets 3 murs, mets 3 murs.
Mais non,
oh,
t'as plus de
putain.
vie, tu vas crever sinon.
Écoute, je crois qu'on va crever tous les deux. Ils nous voient pas, mais ils sont pas loin. Viens, j'ai un kit, viens vers moi.
Attends, j'ai pas fini de récupérer le stuff.
Ouais, ben moi je me reste.
Vas-y, j'arrive.
J'ai pas pu... Oh putain. J'ai pas pu modifier vu comme j'étais en train de modifier. C'est un peu nul. C'est bon? Allez, go.
Il y a du bois là, si tu veux, là. Il y en a 316.
Du bois?
Oui.
Parce que ça a bugué quand tu m'as dit. Ouais.
Bon, mais celui-là, je vais le prendre. Hein. Je ne vais pas le laisser là. Le petit pompe en or.
Il est où sans loot? C'était ça sans loot?
L'AR grise, non. C'était la mienne, parce qu'il avait une AR bleue.
J'avais une.
Il y a un pompe violet là, si tu veux.
Ben... Ah, ça je prends. Mais là, je viens de trouver une Gatling verte là.
Attends, ça m'a tiré au sniper.
Ouais, ça tire un peu partout de toute façon. Oh, 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 je le vois. Il y en a. Il y en a un mec en haut. Derrière nous, comment? Donne-moi une position, parce que là, je sais pas où c'est, tu me dis. Ah ben voilà. Il fallait que je la prenne. Eh ben voilà. Il fallait qu'il me finisse. Tiens, prends tout. Prends tout en fait. Un kit surtout. Wow. Il est pas mauvais ce mec, ce con, parce que franchement il est à 200 mètres. Les balles. Construis, des escaliers.
Non, je me casse.
T'as vu l'autre prendre des dégâts? Hein? Il y a un mec, il est tombé tout en haut, il a pris je sais pas combien de dégâts, il était blanc. Donc là ça veut dire qu'il est en train de se re-shield ou... Je pense que c'est lui.
Non. Arrête de bouger, arrête de bouger.
Ah putain, t'as pas pris le kit tout à l'heure?
Non.
J'aurais dû le prendre. On fait une game save toujours. Oh, petit loot. Chill.
Oui, ben laisse-moi faire. Laisse-moi jouer. Ça sera mieux.
Les égozones, vous êtes 8 là. Pas trop prendre la zone. Mec à ta droite, il était dessous la structure.
Oui, bah tu sais, je joue la zone.
Non, mais ça avait l'air.
Ah, bah
oh,
je jouerai pas la zone. Hein.
Ça avait l'air d'être un petit Bambi, celui qui se cachait derrière la rampe.
J'avais plus de vie, de toute façon, j'étais dans la merde. Après, je me couvrais pas.
Salut Alex.
Salut. Coucou.
Je vais envoyer un message à Roroki.
Vas-y.
Même pas où on va, j'ai sauté.
Saltier.
Ah ouais. T'es en train d'envoyer un message. Mais nique ta mère, qu'est-ce que tu fais là, fils de pute? Tapin, j'ai enlevé 60 à la pioche. J'ai baisé ça, mais... Bon, mais je suis mort pour la patrie là.
Par contre, c'est chiant quand il a pas de micro.
Un peu. On peut pas savoir ce qui...
Bah ouais. Bah ouais.
Pas savoir. C'est pas grave, on s'adapte. Ah là 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 là. C'est jusqu'à quelle heure là le carnaval?
À Gréoux?
Ouais.
11h.
Ah ouais. Oh ça va encore. Parce qu'ils me rendent un peu fada là.
Tu les entends toi?
Ah moi comme si c'était dans mon salon quoi.
Ah, moi ils sont plus chez moi depuis un moment. Hein.
Je sais, ils m'ont retardé ma sortie du travail. C'était la zone dans la rue. Oh la titale. Salut Alec. Putain il a un micro. Ça c'est bien.
Il était temps qu'il trouve le bouton pour mettre le micro.
Je crois qu'il est même pas français par contre.
Si.
Bah Alec.
Non, pas Salty. Bon. Revanche à Salty.
Ouais. Non mais déjà, je les spawn comme il faut, tu vois. Ça sera bien mieux. Ringo, t'es tarpin.
Non, ça va. Pardon.
Oh, nique ta mère.
J'ai pas d'armes.
Viens baiser ta mère. J'en ai buté un. C'est son pote. Attends, je suis chaud. Je vais lui baiser sa mère. Désolé pour le live. Il est là, il campe. Il suffit là. Viens, montre-toi, petit Tanguy là. Il est là. Ah, je t'ai entendu bouger. Hein? Vas-y, j'ai un petit bambinos là avec moi là. Je vais le filmer.
Ah mais il y en a un qui est venu là.
Bambinos. Oh putain, vous êtes en fight. Allez, mon bambinos.
Ah putain, je me suis pris une balle de snipe. De la colline là-bas.
Pinguez-les les mecs. Est-ce qu'il y a du monde derrière vous? Ah oui.
Faites gaffe aux balles de snipe. Viens Brez.
T'es où mec? Vas-y. Saute.
Je suis en train de descendre.
Saute.
Ben non, je vais pas sauter, on va crever sinon. On va nous voir. Arrête de construire pour rien, on nous voit pas. Là tu nous fais remarquer. Ben si, tu nous fais remarquer. Voilà, regarde pourquoi. Des fois il faut se la jouer discret sans construction, hein, Brez.
Mais nique ta mère. Eh ouais, mais voilà, il fallait que tu sautes en bas et que
Ben non, pas besoin, j'étais planqué, on me voyait pas.
Bref, bon c'est pas grave, on s'en fout, on en refait une mais pas celle-ci. Et je connais pas celle-ci, j'aime pas celle-ci moi. Du coup je sais pas où il faut loot à celle-ci. J'y vais très rarement à celle-ci. Après ça serait l'occasion de prendre à looter à celle-ci. Ah bon Dieu. Oh, pardon. Mais tu en as pas invité là?
Non, je crois pas.
Parce que déjà ça fait chier d'être en sous-nombre. Déjà quand je suis en nombre on n'y arrive pas alors.
Bah, avec un collègue tout à l'heure, on a fait un top 1, hein. Il avait 7 kills, j'en avais 3. Il est mort une fois, je le raise, après je crève, il me raise, après on fait top 1.
Ah bah. Non, moi tout seul, franchement j'arrive à me... Non, je me défends. Je sais pas, quand je suis avec des gens, je sais pas. Et de la merde. Un truc de ouf. Bah en fait, quand je suis tout seul, j'arrive à me loot comme il faut. Et quand je suis avec des gens, ils me volent tout mon loot. Et c'est pour ça que je me retrouve avec des armes. Et
bah parce que t'es pas assez rapide pour loot, c'est tout.
Ah oui, non, mais ça je l'avoue.
Bah c'est pour ça que t'as rien fait à chaque fois. Non, on va pas direct. On va crever direct encore, on va faire un retour lobby.
On va aller pousser à...
Mais putain, on est obligé de sauter, il a sauté là, mais merde. Non mais mes couilles quoi.
Oh Alec. En plus Alec, il t'en adresse.
Bah ouais, on arrive trop tard là, c'est bon, mes couilles quoi.
Ah bah, moi je spot sur la montagne. Au moins pour avoir une arme, même si c'est une mitraillette. Gros, tu t'es fait attaquer gros. Oh là là, c'est bon ce que j'ai vu. Il est où Alec?
Oh bah lui il est dans son coin, il nous laisse bien dans la merde à Plaisante. Super. Ouais c'est bon.
Non mais t'es sérieux? Oh Alec, tu pars sur un couille.
Ouais ouais, bah la prochaine fois je le suis pas pour qu'il y ait un endroit pour
mais
pas
où
y
tu
aller,
vas? Où tu vas? Me laisse pas dans la merde.
Mais moi je me casse pour trouver des armes, j'ai rien, ma foi. Je vais pas rester dans une ville où il y a du monde. Hein.
Eh mon biais là, voilà, je viens vous aider moi.
J'ai pas d'armes, je vais pas rester à un endroit où il y a pas d'armes moi.
Ah bah si, merde, il y a bien des armes.
Ben non, c'est tellement peuplé, on arrive en retard. Donc toutes les maisons sont prises, je vais pas aller au suicide. Putain, sérieux.
Ah bah écoute, c'est comme ça.
Je vais pas aller au suicide devant les gens, les regarder quoi.
Mais alors, dis-moi, ne va pas là-bas. Ça pue la merde.
Je suis allé à un sous-sol, j'ai eu quoi? Des bandages et une puante, 3 puantes. Tu veux que je fasse quoi? Je les ai jetés, j'ai vu des gens, je les ai jetés pour pouvoir me barrer.
Et moi, je suis venu mourir en venant te sauver.
Mais quand t'es venu, j'étais déjà en dehors de la ville.
Ah bah écoute, non. Quand je suis arrivé, t'étais à côté de moi, t'étais dans la ville. Hein. Je suis arrivé dans la ville, t'étais dans la ville. T'étais en train de jeter tes puantes quand j'étais à côté de toi. Et après, je t'ai suivi. Jusqu'au moment où j'ai vu que tu étais bien en dehors de la ville. Je dis,
bah ouais, je vais faire. J'ai pas de balles, il me reste 17 balles. Waouh.
Bien.
Quel game. Waouh. Prochaine fois, je vais pas, moi. Hein. C'est bon. Jouer chacun pour son cul, c'est pas la peine.
Faut pas rager, c'est pas grave.
Ouais, non, mais c'est pour aller à un endroit pour se retrouver chacun pour sa gueule, c'est pas la peine quoi. Je vois pas l'esprit d'équipe là. Nous deux, on y allait, pourquoi? Pour se faire enculer parce qu'il n'y avait pas d'armes, il n'y avait rien. Ouais, mais super.
À la base, on était allé pour l'aider en fait. Mais récupère la carte. Oh chacal, la carte. T'es mort. Attends, déjà, je vais essayer de trouver quelqu'un.
Mets-toi prêt.
Oh, pardon. Du coup, je peux pas te faire de cadeau, vu comme t'as pas le code créateur. Je voulais te faire cadeau d'une danse à 200.
Ben non, ça, tu peux faire cadeau tout court. Hein. T'es pas obligé d'avoir un code créateur. Hein.
Ah ouais?
Bah oui.
Bah oui, comme t'as pas ton code créateur, je te la donne pas quand même.
De toute façon, ça sert à quoi le code créateur? À rien.
Je sais pas en fait.
Ah ouais, c'est pas des V-Bucks que tu reçois dans tous les cas, c'est de l'argent. C'est de l'argent, mais tu gagnes pratiquement rien.
Ah, le code créateur, c'est des sous?
Bah, il en faut des personnes. Et avec tous les gens qui suivent les gros youtubeurs, je vais pas me faire chier à faire un code créateur pour 10 personnes qui vont mettre un code créateur, quoi, tu vois. J'en ai aucune utilité.
Ouais, t'as raison.
C'est pas comme si j'étais connu, que j'avais...
non, je pensais qu'il te filait des tenues,
non,
des cadeaux.
Non.
Okay. Bon, et il a ressauté, lui, ressalti, il est
non,
fou.
Non, bah moi j'y vais pas, c'est sa mère.
À mardi, nous, on va un TED.
En TED, ouais.
Allez, un TED. On traverse la map. Avant de mourir à cette petite...
Genre, il n'y a pas de gâteau d'anniversaire ici.
Il n'y a pas d'arbre. Imagine un gâteau d'anniversaire. Et il n'y a vraiment pas d'arbre. On arrive sur l'image de fond. Oh frère, j'ai un cadeau. C'est pas un cadeau ça. Oh comme je suis famille. Mais je suis plus dégoûté quoi. T'as tout fait, le côté droit tu l'as fait aussi? Non, je trouve que tu l'as pas.
Mon côté, je l'ai fait.
Les trois petites maisons là.
Après,
deux petites maisons à droite du château. Ah, le château.
Non, parce que c'est pas ma partie.
C'est pas ma partie non plus.
Bah, ça c'est tout le côté droit, moi c'est le côté droit.
Ah oui. Il y a un Burlinger là, violet là.
Non, merci.
Toi, t'as trouvé quoi? Des petits shields ou une slurp?
Moi?
Ouais.
Je viens juste de trouver une slurp.
Non. Ah, mais c'est Alec. Ok. On peut pas à 80.
J'en ai une autre sur moi là.
De quoi? De slurf?
De slurf.
Oh. Oh mon dieu, j'arrive. Ah, il me manque un champignon. Ah non, c'est 75 la slurf.
Ah, va te mettre full vide.
Ah ben on est bon. Je suis à 25. Je me suis demandé si c'était pas 70. Alec est mort. Et lui, il y a un mec, il forme. Il y en a deux mecs, il a pris sa boule, il se casse. Chien. Bon, tu veux conduire ou je conduis là?
Je vais conduire. Vas-y, va.
Fils de chien. Elle va partir avec sa boule. Ah, il est là-bas, il est sur le toit là. Il est là-bas. Avec sa boule. Ça va pas monter.
Non, moi je comptais prendre le coup.
Ouais, il est cassé là. Vas-y, attends. Il y a des trucs là que je peux stack qui m'ont intéressé.
Bah vas-y, moi je vais dans la zone.
Là-bas. Ah ta mère, je suis deg. Bon, ça va qu'il a pas pris les balles. Là, je suis fâché quand même.
C'est quoi le truc qu'il a, lui? Mais putain, mais c'est quoi le shoot qu'il a, lui? T'es pas dans la zone, quitte pas ta bulle, gros.
Mais je vais te chercher.
Mais t'as vu où allait ma plaque? T'as vu où t'as arrêté?
Ben ouais, mais je pensais que t'étais plus près. C'est où, gros?
Ça, on va aller mettre. Pas loin de toi. Et encore, elle est loin de toi, là. Tu dois la voir sur ta carte, hein. Tu la vois? Moi, je la vois.
Ici. Ben oui, je la vois. Parce que j'avais peur que tu sois en haut, en fait. Je peux, lui. Ah, tasse la pute. Là, je suis fané. Salut, c'est moi. Bonjour. Je te reste avant, genre Lizzie Lagon.
Non. Voilà.
Ça va être peuplé.
Non, normalement non, pas trop. Je pense pas.
T'es dit t'as confiance.
Vas-y, moi je fume une clope tranquille.
Il y a des gens. Eh mais mon Dieu là, je suis sur les pansements là, qu'est-ce que tu me racontes? Ah là je suis fâché là. Jeu de merde.
Vas-y discrètement, on poursuit le reste.
Ben ouais, discrètement
Ah,
j'ai voulu.
putain.
Ah ben il y a un mec qui la reste. J'ai voulu me mettre un pansement quand j'atterrissais. J'ai tiré une balle alors que j'étais sur les pansements. Ah si, c'est
Non, construis pas,
Ben,
reste discret. Construis
non,
pas,
mais
reste
je vais-
discret.
Je vais te résoudre, mec, il y a des gens
Mais tu
partout. J'entends quoi?
Sinon,
La
ben...
Pires.
Sinon, faut que t'ailles là.
Ben voilà.
Tu prends les GFR.
Attends, il y a un fils de pute là.
Prends pas ça, c'est pas précis. Arrête d'avancer, de bouger si tu veux être précis. Il y a un buisson derrière.
Un buisson.
Vas-y, barre-toi. T'as pas de shield, barre-toi.
Eh ta mère, mon pote là, je suis deg.
On va retourner en duo, ce sera plus simple.
Ah bah oui, mais c'est son pote. Bah déjà ouais, en duo, j'aime bien. Puis bon, on spawn ensemble quoi. Pourquoi il a rage kit, ça y est là?
On sait rien. Pire tu l'enlèves. Ah bah, il y est plus du tout. Oula, il y a un léger peu. Un léger peu.
Jamais là, ce petit frère.
Si, je peux y aller, mais il faut qu'on joue safe. En duo, ça peut... Mais en duo, justement. En duo, ça peut être plus simple.
Duo en reine ou...
Si tu veux. Qui dit arène, qui dit skin tryhard. Après, je vais sûrement passer. Fait.
Ouais.
Comment il faut que j'aille chez moi encore? Je resterai en live. Pour ça, je traînerai pas.
Tu mettras la cup.
Putain, il y a ton ex qui m'a envoyé une pièce jointe.
Ah bon?
Ouais, je sais pas ce que c'est, je regarderai plus tard.
Oh mon dieu.
Pas que ça à foutre.
Elle a peut-être pas aimé mon ignorance, mais
Là, à mon avis, ça va être chaud du cul, là. Regarde ta carte.
Bah, go, on s'en bat là. On est chaud. Mais ça en fait une zone. Mais
ouais,
on est chaud.
C'est une zone chaude.
Alors, si tu veux, on a deux options. Soit on spawn en bas là et on se fight direct. Soit on spawn au château, on nique ceux qui vont spawn au château et on descend en bas.
Ouais, on voit.
T'as deux options, à toi de choisir avant. Hein,
ouais, on va vers château et on voit s'il y a du monde.
Parce que château, au moins, tu sais qu'il y a 2-3 armes. C'est pas fou, mais tu as de quoi t'en sortir. T'as une machine, Déjà, je vois des gens. Ah, il y en a un, il est en ligne de mire.
Tu te trompes
Il
pas
va
avec
spawn.
moi.
Non, il a un dragon là.
Putain,
il
moi
va droit devant.
Je vais être bas.
Pas un fly, mais il va droit devant.
Quoique.
Eh, tu es bas quand même.
Je suis trop bas. Donc je vais en tête.
Ah putain, le charbonnier c'est pourri. Pourquoi t'es mort? Mais non, t'es pas mort.
Je suis mort. Je te l'ai dit.
Là, t'es mort.
Ouais, mais ça me casse les couilles, putain.
Ah, mais tu es allé en tête.
Je te l'ai dit, j'étais trop bas, je suis allé en tête. J'ai pas le choix.
Oui, mais il fallait pas aller en tête en retard. Bon, bref. Encore deux options qui s'offrent à nous. Soit je récupère ta carte, soit je me casse.
En soi, t'as encore une minute, hein. T'as le temps.
Tu veux récupérer Tu veux que je te récupère la carte ou...
Si
rien,
tu peux, oui.
Pas d'armes. Allez. Mission suicide. Au revoir.
Non. Mais
oh
ça,
la pute.
Ah, en vrai, t'aurais pas dû te faire remarquer. Mais ça vous
Bah les couilles, c'est une mission suicide, je suis kamikaze. Voilà. Pas de construit, pas de vie, pas de shield, rien. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Mission suicide. Mais après, il faut qu'on se prenne ensemble. J'ai rien fait, tu m'as dit tu allais mourir. Je suis venu à ta rescousse. J'ai pas looté d'armes.
Quand on fait cette game, après je vais vite fait chez moi et après je débarque.
Si tu veux. Vas-y viens, on fait un spawn direct.
Non. Moi je perds 3 points mec. Non, je perds 3 points à chaque fois donc non.
Moi aussi j'en perds 5.
J'en ai marre de faire des retours lobby moi.
Non, ouais, mais si tu tues 5 gars, tu vas récupérer tes points.
Ou soit il arrive avec un pompe et moi avec un gun. Et on fait quoi? Il met une tête, je suis mort. Ben non mais même que tu atterrisses avant ou après, dans tous les cas c'est pareil. Si t'as pas une bonne arme au spawn, t'es mort. C'est comme ça dans Fortnite. Si t'as pas un pompe au spawn, t'es mort.
Moi tu me donnes un pistolet au spawn, même le mec il a un pompe, je l'encule.
Ouais, ça dépend
Il a pas de shield.
Ça dépend s'il a un pompe. Il a un chasseur, il te met 195, un coup de pioche, t'es mort. Déjà.
Ah ben, voilà, va prendre la balle.
N'oubliez pas qu'en division 6, ils ont du shoot, hein. C'est pas une division 1. Ils savent tirer les tirs. Ils savent jouer un minimum. Pas tous.
Bon, tu veux aller où? fait comme d'habitude.
Ouais. Moi je vais là.
Ouais. Ah, je me replace pour l'occasion. Quand je dis ça, souvent je meurs. Mais alors, j'ai rien fait dans la game, je meurs.
Oh, l'autre fois, stock à carry au début au spawn. Hein.
Mais où?
En arène, quand j'étais sur votre compte.
Au même endroit?
Oui.
Ah, il me semble ouais, que j'avais fait
T'en as eu un, le deuxième il est arrivé, tu l'as eu.
Tu me l'avais KS.
Non, non, pas celui-là. Moi
j'avais 3,
j'étais encore là.
Tu m'en as KS 2.
Moi j'étais encore ici. Quand toi t'as buté les deux dans ton coin, je te disais où il était, mais c'est tout.
Oh, il y a un gâteau d'anniversaire ici.
Oui.
Oh, c'est ce que tu m'as dit tout à l'heure.
Oui.
Je ne l'avais pas vu. Là. C'est la merde de commencer avec un sniper et une Woogie.
Non, mais il n'y a personne, je crois.
Ben, heureusement. Je suis un peu fan de si je mettais un no-scope par magie. Eh ben mon pied, t'es Woogie là.
Je suis en live.
Ouais, Pézouille.
Ouais, je préfère prévenir.
Ça va ou quoi?
Ça va et toi?
Ah ouais. Tranquillou, tranquillou.
Oui.
Ah ben.
Alors Lionel, là, ça fait un bail là.
Ouais, grave.
Putain, c'est clair.
Ça va ou quoi?
Bah écoute, hein. Boulot de ouf.
Ah bah tu m'étonnes. Bon, ça se passe bien quand même.
Ouais, nickel. Bon, c'est compliqué, mais ah si, c'est dur. Hein. Ah, on fait 250 couverts service, ça pique.
Ah, ça va.
Ah ouais, tu rentres tes cuits, quoi.
Ah bah ouais.
Oh oui, vous êtes combien encore là?
Là,
oh,
on
bah
est
là,
en arène, donc...
54.
Oh,
ouais,
putain.
mais comme on est en arène, ça risque de durer un peu.
Bon, bah vas-y, le temps, je vais faire une partie.
Ouais, tu peux.
Je vous rejoins après.
Ah bah ça marche. Franchement, il y a des cuts.
J'ai bougé moi en fait. Hein.
Ouais, je sais. Je te suis. J'ai essayé de tout faire.
Sur moi, sur moi, sur moi.
J'arrive, j'ai entendu.
Je recule.
Je sais pas où ils sont. Waouh, ça tire de tous les côtés. On est encerclé en fait. Il est là.
Nice.
Un mort. Ah, ils sont tous morts. C'est bon, nice.
Bon, la grosse pote là.
Ouais.
Je vais voir celle-là. Il y a des petites potes là.
Les gars, ça m'a toujours tiré. Ah putain. Je l'aurais bien pris.
Ça arrive en...
Ça arrive, ça nous rush. Je recharge. Il est solo.
Non. Je sais pas où il est son pote. Il est en haut.
Une balle de snipe, Oh, il m'a mis mal, ce fils de pute. Pardon pour le live. Eh, maman.
Bah, de toute façon, je reviens après, moi. Bon, pour le live, au pire, je vous laisse là. On se dit à demain. Je ferai un autre live, de toute façon, à partir de demain matin. Du coup, on se dit à demain et bonne nuit, les copains.